So that's when I learned, never let your ego choose your lane. Big money doesn't come without becoming an expert at something. Duh. Hey, I know you're qualified. You've put in the hours, you've built the credibility and a strong resume. So why are you still being overlooked for roles and opportunities that you know you'd excel in? Here's the truth. In today's noisy, crowded market, generalists, blend in, specialists who clearly own their lane get chosen. And in this episode, I'm going to show you the 3 steps of magnetic positioning so you can define your lane, communicate your value, and stand out as the obvious choice for the work you want. But first, let me take you back to a pivotal moment in my own career. So after shutting down my tech startup at the beginning of the pandemic, I knew I needed to make some money fast. I landed 2 roles back to back pretty quickly, and on paper, they were great, right? A steady paycheck, credible companies, interesting tech platforms. But about 5 months into each, I realized they weren't quite what I wanted. So I got intentional. My ego told me that I wanted a director title at a growth stage company where I could lead teams. So I repositioned my resume and my LinkedIn to spotlight my leadership experience. I made it crystal clear I wanted to join a growth stage company and lead teams. And that clarity worked. I landed a role on the executive leadership team of a growing tech company in Toronto overseeing customer success and support. But here's the kicker. The industry our software served was completely foreign to me. My team liked me, but I didn't have the expertise to truly deliver at the level that they needed because I didn't understand the needs of our clients at all. And as a result, 5 months in, I was let go. Painful? Yes. Embarrassing? Yes. But clarifying? Absolutely. So that's when I learned, never let your ego choose your lane. Big money doesn't come without becoming an expert at something. Duh. If you want to be chosen, your positioning has to be rooted in both credibility and market fit. And this isn't just true in the corporate world or the tech startup world. When I launched my coaching business, I really wanted to be a mindset coach. I am deeply passionate about the power of the mind, so I went all in. Daily posts, videos, lead magnets, you name it. But my audience, high achieving, logical women in the corporate and startup worlds, they weren't buying it. I got a few clients through my burnout prevention angle and my maternity leave transitions angle, but mindset coaching as is was not landing. It wasn't a lack of passion or skill, it was a lack of market demand. When I shifted my messaging to career pivots and personal branding, I had more sales calls in my first month than I did in the entire previous year, right? The lesson was clear. It's not just about what you love. It's about aligning what you love with what the market is ready to pay for. So if any of this is resonating, if you're tired of being overlooked and you're ready to do something about it, book a free clarity call with me. We'll refine your positioning so you become the obvious choice for the opportunities that you'd be amazing at. So let's break down magnetic positioning into 3 steps today, because when someone looks at your resume or LinkedIn, they're silently asking, can this person help me reach my objectives? Based on what I'm seeing, do I trust her to deliver? If I brought her profile up in a meeting, how would others react? If you don't define your personal brand, your lane, your specialty, others are going to do it for you, and their version won't be nearly as strong as yours. Now, I should add, I am not saying at all that you cannot be a multi-passionate person to succeed. I am saying that when you are going for a new opportunity, new jobs, new clients, new advisory positions, a speaking role, you need to align your LinkedIn profile and your personal brand to make it easy for decision makers to choose you. So here's step 1. Write your positioning statement. Use this formula. I help X do Y by Z. Mine is, I help motivated women unlock dream jobs, clients, and opportunities by fueling their career pivots and personal brands with trust-building psychology to get them chosen. Think about choosing a lane like walking into a noisy conference room. You can't hear anything until someone says your name specifically. You'll hear it right away. That's what sharp positioning does. It cuts through the noise. Magnetic positioning step number 2 is to differentiate and stand out with proof and perspective. Anyone can list skills, right? What makes you magnetic is combining proof, so being the tangible results you've actually created, and perspective, the insights that your unique path gives you. That mix builds credibility and makes you memorable. And finally, magnetic positioning step 3 is to answer questions with impact and results. So questions like tell me about yourself are everywhere, right? Interviews, networking, client calls. You don't have to ramble. Don't undersell yourself. Instead, find a way to weave in your positioning, your proof, your perspective, and your result. So that could look like this. I help companies grow by leading high-performing customer success teams. In my last role, I improved retention by 20% quarter over quarter by redesigning the customer onboarding and check-in processes. I love building systems that keep clients loyal to the business. It's very specific, it's credible, and it's magnetic. And remember, the best positioning lives where your strengths and your interests intersect with what the market is actually buying. That's why those stories I shared are relevant, right? My director role taught me that leadership positioning without expertise doesn't stick. My mindset coaching attempt taught me passion without demand does not convert. Magnetic positioning is about clarity, credibility, and alignment with the market. So when you get those right, you stop competing and you start getting chosen. So here's what I really want you to remember from this video. Specialists get chosen, clarity creates confidence, and positioning is about being the obvious choice, not leaving people to guess. Careers are long. Build yours around what you're genuinely great at and what the market values. That's how you unlock dream opportunities without burnout or wasted years. So again, if you are ready to stop blending in and start standing out, book your free clarity call with me today. Let's refine your positioning so the right opportunities start coming to you. And don't forget to subscribe, because in episode 4 of the Opportunity Magnet Method series, we will dive deep into trusted visibility, how and where to show up so decision makers recognize you as the go-to person in your lane. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next episode.